Did you get cave crawlers for your Slayer task, or are you trying to get the bronze boots for your collection log? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a quick guide on how to kill cave crawlers in old school RuneScape. For the requirements, you need a level 10 Slayer, and if you want to kill the ice version for some reason, you must complete the Heart of Darkness quest. They are assigned from Turiel, Spria, and Mashner. So here is the drop table. They have bronze boots, 1 in 128, so not that bad overall. The average kills were 358 GP. The runes, nature runes, fire runes, and earth runes, not at too great of a drop rate. They also drop potato seeds, onion seeds, cabbage, tomato, sweet corn, strawberry, watermelon, and snape grass seeds. They also drop basically every single herb you can think of except torstals, not at a fantastic rate. They do drop a lot of herblore secondaries, which is pretty awesome. They drop vile waters, white berries, unicorn dust, eye of newts, red spider eggs, limpworts, and snape grass. The better things are dropped at a 1 in 128, so not too amazing. They also drop coins, and then there's a 1 in 4 chance that you don't get anything, which is wild. They also do have a 1 in 128 chance of getting on the gem drop table, and if you're killing the icy ones, you can get frozen tears and tooth half of keys, and these are for the moon keys that you can only get on Varlamore. I also wanted to go over their combat stats. They are a level 23 combat. They have 22 hit points. They also do poison you, so you will need anti-poison, super anti-poison, antidotes, antidotes plus pluses, kind of whatever the best thing that you have. You don't need to go crazy though, like super antidotes would be nice. Otherwise you can just get away with regular antidotes, or you can also safe spot these as well in a couple of the dungeons that I will go over, because of course they're in like 4 different places. They do use stab attack. Their max hit is 3, and they regen 1 health per 5 ticks, which is very fast health regen compared to most things. Also, I do want to call out that the ice version is weak to fire spells. As you can see, they don't really have too much defense, so you don't really need to pick whatever they're weakest to. You can use mage, crush, or just range. Like, it really doesn't matter on these lower level monsters. Again, there's a safe spot at some of these dungeons, so you can use range or mage if you are a lower level. That said, personally, I'm going to show you the safe spots, so I'm personally using magic. For the locations, you can find them in Dorgesh-Kaan South Dungeon using the Fairy Ring AJQ. You can also find them in the Fremennik Slayer Dungeon, which is where we're starting, and that is found on Fairy Ring AJR. Lumbridge Swamp Caves also has a safe spot, and again, the icy version is in the Runes of Tapioca. I'm going to be real, I don't know how to say that. It's Tapauik. Tapioc. I don't know. Runes of Tapioca. For their equipment, again, they don't have much defense, so you can wear whatever you want. I am currently on my Iron Man, so this is kind of the setup that I'm wearing because this Iron Man is a new Iron Man, and yeah, I just kind of threw together some mage armor with some bonuses and called it good. But again, you can basically wear whatever pest and slot items you have for any of the combat styles that you actually want to use. As far as the inventory setup for the Dorgesh-Kaan South Dungeon and the Lumbridge Swamps, you will need a tinderbox most likely and a light source. It is recommended. Apparently the cave crawlers can make your light source explode. So hopefully that doesn't happen because I haven't set up my bullseye lantern yet. So, you know, there's always that. That's always a good time. So make sure that you're bringing a light source down there. You're also going to need anti-poisons or better. Again, super anti-poisons, literally whatever you have. I'd recommend super anti-poisons if you can bring them. Otherwise, regular anti-poisons are totally fine if they're too expensive or you're on a new account and don't feel like world hopping by Castle Wars for super anti-poisons. The other thing that you'll be looking for is teleports out, as well as kind of whatever kind of food that you want to bring, totally up to you. I do also want to throw out there that they do have a superior version, but they don't have any different mechanics. As you get further into RuneScape, there are actually superiors with different mechanics. These, they just do more poison damage if you get poisoned by them. Locations. The Fremennik Slayer Dungeon is where I'm at because this is the most convenient in my opinion. Fairy Ring AJR to get here. You can also use the Enchanted Lyre and run over to the east. You can use the Camelot Bank Teleport and run to the north, hop over here and just run over to the east. There's a lot of different ways to get here. Highly just recommend AJR for the Fairy Ring. Again, I'm going to show you guys all the locations, but this is the location that I would go to. And hey, look at that. There they are. Now we are here. There's a couple different ways that you could do this. There's a few different safe spots here. You basically just have to use the rocks that are here on the ground. So if you'll notice, I can run over here to this rock and then smack that cave crawler and then he's going to basically run over here and hug the wall. So just use these rocks to your advantage. This rock, this rock, kind of whatever rock you want to use to your advantage. Bronze boots, dang it. And you'll be good to go. You could also use these bigger rocks because it would be kind of a better safe spot, because it seems to be there's more over there, more over here. So again, your entire goal is just to safe spot them. Otherwise, you could just run up and smack them. This will also allow you to not have to use anti-poisons if you don't want to. So again, there is an ice version. I am not going to show you guys how to get to the ice version because I personally have not done the quest on any of my Iron Man or any of my accounts for that matter. However, they are pretty easy to kill. They again are weak to fire spells if you want to use fire spells. They are here on Varlamore, and they are again at the Runes of Tapioca. I'm gonna keep calling it Tapioca because I honestly have no idea, guys. Like, I don't know what's going on. You can get there by the Pendant of the Eights. You can also get there just by running around with your head cut off. That's totally acceptable. There's a Quetzal right here. Again, I haven't done the new quest for Varlamore yet, so that's on me, but there's a Quetzal here that I'd recommend just using that you could run down or use this pendant. By the way, this is Civitas Elefortis. You got a while to run if you're looking to do that. But again, I'm not going to show you guys that because I literally can't unless I do the quest. And honestly, doing the quest, that sounds like way too much work. I'm not going to lie. Next up, we are going to grab our light source and then go to the other two dungeons so I can show you where they are. If you guys are peacing out, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like for the algorithm. Channel memberships are now live. Again, I do appreciate all the support and love that I have been seeing over the last couple of years for making these videos. I do appreciate it. Now, let's get our light source and pray that things don't explode, because the only candle I have left is a black candle. All right, the other thing I want to call out, I'm sorry I forgot about this part. If you've never been down here before, you will need a rope. Make sure you bring a rope if you haven't been here before. Now, as far as where this is located, most people know where the Lumbridge Swamp is, but if for some reason you don't, it is right here, just a little bit southwest of Lumbridge. You can get here a couple different ways. There's a fairy ring DIS, and then you can just kind of run around. You can literally home teleport to Lumbridge or use a Lumbridge teleport, run south and then west. You can also just use a amulet of glory over here to Draenor right here, and then just run southeast. There's a few different ways to get there. Again, if you've never been here before, make sure you bring a rope. And don't forget about your light source. The other thing I want to call out for those of you guys, since this is more of a lower guide, there is a wall beast right here in this wall. You need to stand right where I'm standing on this tile and have your run on and click over to the next tile. That's just the way that Runescape's running works. Now, the cave crawlers are over here to the west in this middle location right here. So we are going to run over there. There's some cave slimes. There's more cave slimes. Here's this homie doing cave bugs for some reason. But here they are. Here are your cave crawlers. Again, kind of like the other dungeon, you can use rocks to be kind of your safe spot if you would like. So there's this little safe spot right here. This is just a little bit to the north, and it's not the greatest safe spot in the world, but it is a safe spot nonetheless. If for some reason they get around, you can kind of manipulate them a little bit. Like it's stuck on the cave bug right here a little bit, but there's one there. There's also one over to the south as well. Oh my God, we got the bronze boots. Sorry, random. Those of you guys that are on the Iron Man, bronze boots, we out here. There is a spot over here as well that you could use. It is literally right here. This one's a little bit better of a safe spot, but I mean, there's really not great safe spots down here in general, but this is probably your best bet. Homie kind of gets stuck right there in the hill. But yeah, this is the one I would probably recommend using, the safe spot. It is just to the south right as you enter the room. That is Cave Crawlers under Lumbridge. Right there you see we didn't get a drop. Also the bronze boots, man. We got bronze boots. We out here. The last and final place is in the Dorgesh-Kaan dungeon. Now we are going to head over to that dungeon. All right, so you can also get here from the Calphite layer as well. Those of you guys that don't know where that is, this Calphite layer right here, or no, it's right here, sorry. That's wild. And that is Fairy Ring AJQ. So again, AJQ is the Fairy Ring. All right, now these are located. Oh, it's not gonna give us a map, is it? It's unfortunate. These are located again towards the middle of the area. So it will be, when you're looking at it, it's gonna be over to the west, basically on the other side of the Fairy Ring. There's not really a good place to safe spot them. it won't really let you. Let me see if I can save spot over here. Again, if I'm going to do these, I don't do these down here. Yeah, you don't really have a good safe spot down here. And of course, we're going to get poisoned on our last one. So basically, your best plan is just to hope that they get stuck on other things. So don't really recommend this dungeon. The Lumbridge Swamp dungeon and the Fremennik Slayer dungeon, I think, is better. But those are all the locations. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a like for the algorithm for getting bronze boots. We out here gaming. Also, channel memberships are now live. So if you guys are interested in supporting me, click the join button down below and you will be able to get access to all my videos before they go live. Normally, my schedule is every other day. However, you will get them as soon as I upload them. Even if I'm a week or two ahead, you will have all those extra videos to see before everybody else does. So again, click the join button down below if you're interested in that and supporting me. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.